Hello there guys and girls. Well, today I'm here in the man cave, and what I'm going to show you is how to take off the instrument panel on a Suzuki 1250 FA. Now this is a 2016 model, and you need to take this off to change the bulb. So it is a bit fiddly, and God forbid that you don't have to do this on the side of the road in the middle of the night. If you do, make sure you've got a good flash lamp with you, a torch, or make sure your phone's well charged for your light on it, because it can be a fiddly job. That's if you do carry Allen keys with you. But if you haven't seen my channel before, I'm Dave in the Man Cave, and I'd be grateful if you could subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button, and you'll actually see when I've got another video coming up. Right guys and girls, let's crack on. First of all, what we need is an Allen key. Now we've got to remove that Allen bolt there, and there's one the exact same side over there, if you can see that. Now I'll try and point it out better for you. So there's one there, and there's one there. Now to film this I've got the ignition keys taken out, but the ignition's off anyway. It's the safest thing to do when you're messing with wires. Now the battery's still connected. Right, so first of all we crack these open. Now hopefully the angles I've got the cameras you can actually see to follow, but I'll try and take me time. Well, I will be taking me time anyway, because it can be a fiddly job, unless you're very handy and you've got small little hands as well. That's even better. And don't forget to put your bolts down in a safe place. Now when you are actually putting this back together, it's just in the reverse order. Okay, and these don't need to be pinched up too tight. Right, so that is the two Allen bolts, that's all there is. Now there's something I want you to take note here to make it easier on yourself. This warning light here, which doesn't come on an awful lot, only when you go well over your revs, but you can adjust it to come on at, you know, there is a way of doing it that it comes on rather than the way the factory have set it. Now, in line with that there, going that way, and about halfway up across this, just behind my finger there, and I hope it is actually showing you, there is a pushing connection which goes into a rubber grommet to stop it vibration, and it also holds the dash in place along with the two screws. So first of all, what we're going to do, we're going to pull it out from the bottom there, each side, and this is a pulling point here as well. So you don't want to be pulling it at the side there or there. You want to try and, that's the bit you want to lift, because it's behind there. Just in case you think you're forcing anything, it is an awkward little bugger, but we're going to go for it. And I hope that I don't move the cameras too much. Now what I'm going to do, you see my fingers are under each side. When I pull it up, I'm going to turn it anti-clockwise at the same time. Do you see that? So I'm pulling it out towards me and turning it anti-clockwise at the same time. That is to free the rubber grommet. And then I'm going to continue to keep turning it upside down to give me more room that I can pull off this rubber waterproof, what covers the plug, which has just popped off, and then you pull out the plug. Okay, now I've taken that out, and if you see there, that's the clip what I was talking about, that one there, what holds into this rubber grommet here. Now, I did tell you I had big awkward hands, and you don't need a screwdriver to get this out, but if you look carefully here, that's what holds it in, it clips it in place, so you have to push, okay, to pull that out there. And then you just push that to one side, out the way. Then you've got the cover, what seals the back of the bulkhead light to seal from the weather. And you just turn that anti-clockwise and pull it out towards you. And can you see that there? Once you've done that, there's a plug on the back of the bulb. Now I'm hoping that you can actually see that plug on the back of the bulb there, and you just pull that off, and that's what that looks like. Just a basic push on pull off plug, and then the bulb is inside there. And to take the bulb out, you've got a small little wire hook to the right hand side of the bike. This is this side, guys, that's the right and that's the left. Sounds silly, but you know, when people are under pressure they get it wrong. Okay, then you push it in and lift it up at the same time, and it will unclip, and you see that coming out there with the bulb, and the bulb is nice and loose there, and you just take the bulb out and replace it with a new one. And to put it back in, you do put the bulb in, then you close that up and hook that bit back over again, and that is your bulb in there secure. Now, as you can see, I didn't take the bulb out because there's nothing wrong with my bulb, and you should never touch the glass on these bulbs, because once you do, you're leaving oil off your fingers, and you might think your hands are clean, but it's the oil from your skin. It gets on the bulb and then it burns and it does blow them. It doesn't help. So when you do change your bulb, make sure you've try and wear them like rubber latex gloves if you can, or make sure you've got a tissue or something over the bulb, or even just hold the back of it, as try and keep away from the glass element itself. Okay, so that's basically all there is to it. So now what we're going to do, we're going to put it back. So now we're, first of all, we put the plug back on, and that goes in nice and easy. And then we hold that down to the bottom, make sure it's in flush, and turn it, and it clips into place, and then you turn it the rest of the way home. Okay. Right guys, I apologise for that. It's supposed to end up at the bottom, so you start it with a wire there and bring it back this way, and then when it's in place it's left flush. Sorry about that, guys and girls. So now it's time to put that back in place on the back of the bulkhead. So that's the way the bulkhead goes back in. Now if you remember, I twisted it to take everything out to make it easier on myself. And if you can see the shape of that, okay, where the plug goes in, you have to get the plug to match up that it goes in comfortably, and you should feel the vibration of like a little clip when it goes into place, where it clicks. Okay, so we'll get on with this, and this is where my big awkward hands come into play. Now you might not be able to see this bit, obviously, because it's a struggle for me. You know, you can't have the camera in front of me vision at the same time, so I'm just hoping that this video is giving you the general idea. Now that clicked into place. So now what we do, with this rubber boot, you seal the wires by pushing that in place like that and making sure that it's in all the way around, and turn your panel round. Now when you're turning your panel round, my rubber boot there has just come off again, so I'm going to put it on at this angle. Now that's perfect, that's gone on brilliant. Okay, it's actually gone all the way home now and it's flush with the back of that. Now, did you hear that clip? So you push in the top, because there's a couple of little clips to hold it in place there. Then there's one, as I said, in line with that, about there. And now it's time to replace the two bolts. So the first one goes in there. Now try and run it in as far as you can with your fingers so you don't cross thread it, and then come over to the other side and do the exact same thing. Once it lines up, it goes in very easy. And with your Allen key, just pinch them up. That's it. Do you hear that click in place at the end? And that's it, guys. So now I'm going to put the ignition on. The light comes on and it's done its checks, and that's what it's all about. Alright guys and girls, thank you very much. I hope you found this video interesting, and I hope it helps you along your way when you have to do this job. So please, if you can subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell, it will be much appreciated. And thanks for your time, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, stay safe. This is Dave in the Man Cave. Thank you very much.